Hello, this is Jerry. I will be showing you different color patterns. And in this update, this is an update to my previous video called Checkered Coloring V1. And I'll have that up towards the end of the video. And as you can see, we have a nested loop. We have declare variables, rows, and columns. So we have 8 rows of div elements, 8 columns of div elements. And I started out with 0, but you can start out with 1. If you start with 1, then you have to include the 8 to make it 8 rows and 8 columns. Okay, so and then I have the create element. I created the div element and I append the child to the body. And then so I used a modulo operation to say, hey, if it's 0, then it's even. Then if it's odd, then it's equal to, then the remainder equals to 1. And I have the link more a reference, a link about more about modulo operations in the link in the description below. And there's a link with all the code and the several links to certain examples of different, how the for loop works, and so forth. So, but in this video, here's an update. We'll color even rows. So if we color even rows, let's go to the browser. Then let's say we see the top will be starting at 0. Remember 0 is even. So 0, row 0, then just row 1, and then so forth. So if we notice I comment this out so we can see the difference. So let me remove the comment. Then if row is even, if row mod 2 is 0, then it's green. Remember, it's inside, all this is inside the nested loop. Like you see here, starting here, is inside this, all inside the loop. That's nested loop. So remember, so if it's even, let's save it. Go to our browser, refresh. Now all even rows are green. See, this is row here, over here on the left. That's okay, yeah. So all here starts at 0, and then you got the next one, which is 0, then row 2, then row 4, and then row 6. It's all green. So let's go back to our browser. Let's go back to our code here. And now we can do this. We can do the same for odd columns. So we can remove this comment here. Maybe you can have green, but you can comment this out. You can have different colors. You can have black or red, orange, so you can see the difference. So you file save, and refresh. Now the columns are only now the column. So if column modulo 2 equals to 1, and the same goes with row. If it's row mod 2 if you change this to to 1, then it'll be odd rows. We're gonna do the same thing for column. If this mod 2 is equal to 1, it would be odd columns, like so. It's odd columns. See, we start at 0, and we can change it, go back and change it, you know, even, you know, yeah, so we can change it to, remember, we can change it to 0 to make it even if you want, like so, even columns. So yeah, and yeah, and now we can look at, let's look at, we color specific rows and columns. So we won't have a modular operation this time. We want a, let's say we want the top row, only the top row to be, you know, green, you know, and that's, we go back, we can, let's look at here, line 54. Remove the comment. If row is equal to 0, which is row 0, then color green. So okay, Control S, then like so. And then we can have the same for column 3 and column 4. We can make like a letter T or something, and then if 3 and 4, then they will have a value color of yellow. We make a letter T, so it's right in the middle. So that's column. So they're starting at 0, so 0, and then 1, 2, and 3. That's 3 and 4. And notice that in the middle, at the top middle, that the yellow is dominating over the green of that row, and it's because the column is computed and it's because the columns comes right after the row, comes right after this line of code here, and it's printed last, so it's overlapping that green. But if we have the column first, we comment this out, for example, and see line 51 and 52 here, you know, you can go back and, you know, have this middle part have the row dominating, because it's the row here is printed last, right after it. So like so. So as you can see that you can, you know, create, you know, different letters, or, you know, maybe even numbers. And I don't have that in a different video, so stay tuned.
Thank you for watching. We have completed our lesson. You are welcome to subscribe, comment, and share. You may go to the comment section of the video or the discussion section in the area of my channel homepage for a request on any web programming lessons or projects you would like me to show you. Free to code anything.